The Los Angeles Lakers haven't been having the greatest run, but their luck might just change. Darvin Ham has been assigned as the new coach of the Lakers, and the future's looking pretty bright for the team. Stick around as we talk about the welcome change, Ham's own feelings, and much more. First up, a new beginning. As Darvin Ham was being introduced as the new coach of the Los Angeles Lakers, quarterback Russell Westbrook stood on the sidelines in a public display of support for the recruitment. After a rough first season in Los Angeles for the previous league MVP, Ham returned the same support to Westbrook, and Ham made something pretty clear. People really shouldn't be underestimating Westbrook. According to the new coach, the player still had a lot to offer, and people shouldn't be ignoring someone who Ham thinks is one of the best players in the league. It's safe to say that Los Angeles has had some of the most disappointing seasons in franchise history since being traded for Westbrook on the day of the 2021 NBA Draft. According to Las Vegas odds, the Lakers went from being preseason favorites to missing the playoffs entirely to win the championship, finishing 11th in the Western Conference with a 33-49 record. Ham knows how necessary sacrifices are, though. He knows through his extensive experience that the team can't achieve much without sacrifices and sharing the burden. According to Darvin Ham, he and Russell had a long conversation, and a lot was said about sacrifice. To Ham, Russ is still the energetic and talented player he's been throughout his career, and most of the players are just struggling with not being on the court right now. A bright and promising day. Westbrook wasn't the only one who made his support of Ham clear. Rob Pelinka did too. Pelinka is currently the vice president of basketball operations and general manager of the National Basketball Association's Los Angeles Lakers. As the news for the team's 28th coach gets around, Pelinka called the moments incredibly bright. It's definitely something the team's now looking forward to, with the selection of Ham based on a unanimous decision by the recruitment committee. According to some sources, this decision was made after interviews with Golden State Warriors assistant Kenny Atkinson, Milwaukee Bucks assistant Charles Lee, Toronto Raptors assistant Adrian Griffin, former Portland Trail Blazers head coach Terry Stotts, and former Warriors head coach and current ESPN NBA broadcaster Mark Jackson. Those are all big names worth considering, and it says a lot about Darvin's achievements that he came away with the title. Pelinka expressed his huge admiration for Ham and was hopeful about how he would lead the franchise to the next step, which of course is really needed by the team right now. What does Ham have to say about the opportunity? Ham has quite an extensive CV. After an 8-year NBA career and some front office coaching and work in the NBA's Development League, Ham began his NBA coaching career with the Lakers in 2012 as an assistant on Mike Brown's roster. For the 48-year-old, it's a bit like coming home, since he started his coaching career on this very team. After being interviewed for a number of vacant teaching positions in recent years, including with the Charlotte Hornets this summer, things are starting to fall into place for him in Los Angeles. For Darvin Ham, timing's all that matters, and luckily for him, his timing worked just right for this chance. And Darvin Ham's excited to coach the Lakers this season. After firing Frank Vogel, the Purple and Gold began looking for a new head coach who could turn the team around and return them to the top of the league. It's not easy to make a team great again, and Ham has a heavy weight on his shoulders, but he's not afraid at all. He's ready to give the team a new identity. Not everyone's happy though, that's for certain, for while many people think this is a fantastic hire, there are a few people who don't agree. People have been expressing their doubt about the choice and are wondering whether the Lakers really made the right choice here. Rest assured, Ham's definitely heard those remarks, and he's going to prove his critics wrong. It's no joke that energy really changes the morale of the team, and the new coach seems to be bringing the right energy to the team. After many years as an assistant, he finally has the opportunity to showcase his abilities as a head coach. Many people, including Giannis Antetokounmpo, believe he's the right person for the job. Ham himself is pretty confident in his abilities and appears that Lakers fans are warming up to him. Next, LeBron James might not be renewing his contract. Led by LeBron James, the Lakers are already planning their future and should technically be aware of their star's intentions. The Akron forward's contract expires after the 2022-23 season, and he's really made no indication of wanting to extend it. The star forward's eligible for an extension on August 4th, but the majority of the team's moves must be made in June and July, according to sources. So is LeBron James staying? So far, the player has remained silent, and the decision he makes could have a massive impact on the franchise. And it makes sense when you consider the awful season overall, where the Phoenix Suns eliminated the Angelinos from the playoff, leaving them with no chance of advancing. So it makes sense that the King may consider leaving the California club and his $44 million contract, as his goal would be a final chance to win his 5th ring. Stephen Curry's Golden State Warriors appear to be the best option for LeBron's interests right now. It's not the first time he's praised the San Francisco Giants, that's for sure. For LeBron James, the salary he may receive during his remaining NBA career isn't as important anymore, as it was recently announced that he's now a billionaire, and the Russell Westbrook trade might not happen. According to NBA reporter Mark Stein, the Los Angeles Lakers have made it clear that they don't want to force a Russell Westbrook trade that costs them additional assets. That means Westbrook will almost certainly be a Laker by the start of the 2022-23 season. He has until June 29th to decide whether to exercise or decline his $47 million player option, and he's expected to do the former for now. While Westbrook had a disappointing first season with the Lakers by his standards, giving up nearly $50 million to find a better situation seems highly unlikely. This is especially true considering how the 33-year-old isn't going to get anywhere near that figure as a free agent at this point in his career, and he's smart enough to realize that. It's unfortunate that Westbrook was one of the scapegoats for the team's disappointing 33-49 season, fitting in poorly with stars LeBron James and Anthony Davis. It does seem like Darvin Ham has high hopes for him yet, so maybe we'll see the high-energy Westbrook back just yet. Up next, Anthony Davis gets fans a little worried. Anthony Davis's recent admission about his off-season work has caused some worry among Los Angeles Lakers fans. You might be wondering why. Well, Davis stated on the YouTube vlog of esports team Nuke Squad that he hadn't touched the ball since April 5th. This is when he played his final game of the 2021-22 season. Understandably, many question the 28-year off-season old's preparations, despite the fact that he's previously explained that he doesn't begin basketball drills until 4 to 6 weeks before the start of training camp. Darvin Ham has stated that Davis will be the key to the team competing for the championship again. LA would greatly benefit from the forward improving his shot, as he struggled to get buckets away from the basket over the last 2 years, making only 22.9% of his triples. And Rasheed Wallace may just have joined Darvin Ham's coaching staff. Now, there's some hearsay here, but Memphis head coach Penny Hardaway has said Wallace was likely to join the Lakers. There's no official agreement or contract yet, though, so let's keep that in mind. Wallace worked as an assistant coach under Hardaway last season, working remotely in the second half of the season due to health and safety protocols. The 47-year-old also worked as an assistant coach for the Detroit Pistons for a year. He's best known for his NBA playing career, which spanned 16 seasons and earned him 4 All-Star selections. In 2004, he helped the Pistons win the NBA championship. You might not know this, but Ham was actually teammates with Wallace in Detroit from 2003 to 2005. So when we look at the Lakers' big-picture move right now, we have to consider some important factors. Despite the roster's many unknowns, LeBron James and Anthony Davis form the main foundation of the team and are talented enough on their own to hold the squad steady. The Lakers' next season will be difficult, but everyone in the organization is confident that the team will be different this time. That's a wrap for this video. How do you think the Los Angeles Lakers will perform under the new head coach, Darvin Ham? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching.